fabulous. Brilliant. Okay, well, in that case, should we just clap in that case? Yeah.
Good evening, hello to everyone. My name is Benedetto De Martino and I'm a neuroscientist. But at least I'm not German. I came about 8 years ago here to UCL to do my PhD in neuroscience. And at the time my English was not so good like now. I didn't have such Geordie accent yet. And I started to study chicken brain. That thinking back was not a great choice because no animal very famous for their brain. Actually, I need to be honest with you, I was actually studying chicken embryo's brain. That actually means eggs. So I was spending most of the day opening dozens of eggs, and I was studying a gene that they call Churchill. I don't even comment how fucked up is calling a chicken gene like your most famous prime minister or car insurance, I think. Anyway, Churchill was a kind of a pretty anal gene. You had to incubate the eggs for exactly 8 hours, otherwise they would explode. So that means, for me, coming back in the middle of the night to check on Churchill. So it was exactly after London bombing. You might remember how I was London, just were like helicopter patrolling the area, police car all around, and that night my bloody card didn't really work. So I was outside the main door in our street, 3 o'clock in the night, fiddling with the handle. When at one point just a police car pulled down and just a light on my face and I couldn't see anything. I just heard the voice of a policeman, "What are you doing, sir?" I was in the panic and I could just say, "Churchill explosion." It was not a great choice to spend the night in prison. The morning after I went to work and my boss at the time was a successful female neuroscientist. You know, the one that lives alone, has an empty fridge with a can of sardines and a jar of Buns people in there. So she asked me, "How are you doing, Benedetto?" That is my English accent. So I say, you know, not so good, but at least I'm becoming really good with eggs. So if you tell me how you like them, I can make for you in the morning. From her face I realized they just found the only sexual innuendo in English language. So I realized the chicken was a bit too dangerous for me, so I moved to human. And I remember the first subject I was studying was a pretty introvert, pale English guy. He was a student of philosophy. I think he was doing a PhD on the ontology of suicide in the late Weimar Republic. So anyway, after I kept him 1 hour doing this super boring memory task, I went to check how he was doing, if he was bored. So now you need to know, the Italian have 2 big problems with English. First, we tend to don't move the verb when we ask a question, and second, we muddled up adjective with verb. So I look him straight in the eyes and say, "You're boring?" The guy just got surprised and say, "If you say so." And I thought he was just being English and polite, so I insisted. I say, "I can tell you're very boring." So that was my experience at the PhD. So after that I moved to California. It's true actually. To the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena, Los Angeles. So you need to imagine the nerdiest place put in the set of a porn movie. With like palm tree, pink flamingos, and mostly Mexican gardener working around. The place was so bad. I remember that summer was quite trendy, walking backward in a pyjama, and has something to do with the rotation of the earth and free energy saving. I can't remember that anymore. It was all strange people. There was this girl with a Santa Claus hat all year around, and I asked why she does that. And they say, because she's introvert. Great thing to do if you're an introvert. There was a guy, a girl that had a t-shirt with Pluto crying. I mean, Pluto the planet, not the Walt Disney character. She was part of the group that declassified Pluto from a proper planet to a dwarf planet. One day I went to the canteen, and this is all true story, unfortunately. Have you seen The Big Bang Theory? Yeah, there is said there. Maybe for you it's a sitcom, for me are just sad memories. I went to the canteen, and to break the ice with a guy, I just asked, what do you do? And he say, very seriously, weather forecast on Mars. So just to be funny, say, it's gonna be the weather on Friday. And he even more seriously say, it's gonna be a magnetic storm. So I say, better stay at home then. I mean, you need to believe me, that place was so bad that they actually have class for dating. You can find on the web. They're called Dating 101, Dating 102. And one of the teachers was a friend of mine, an Indian mathematician whose all knowledge about romantic relation was coming from a huge Bollywood collection. I remember one day, after about 1 year I was there, I just was walking to the library, and on the grass I saw just like some things I never seen in Caltech. Pretty girl with books under their arm, just guy playing baseball, frisbee, guys throwing frisbee, just a typical scene of an American college, but in Caltech was pretty weird. So I just keep walking and said, what the hell is going on? And what could be more? And they saw an entire film crew that they were filming a teen college movie, and those guys were all extras they brought from Los Angeles. And the best things was that there was a yellow rope where the all real Caltech students were confined. And they were all curiously looking how students are supposed to look like. They were all there. The girl with the Santa Claus hat, the girl with the Pluto t-shirt, the Mars weatherman, and a group of people walking backward. Thank you, everyone.
That was fantastic, man.